Good morning, everybody. It's March 30th, 2025. And bear with me. Hope you enjoy. Hopefully, not to wake up, but just to get warmed up a little bit to your quiet Sunday here in New York City or wherever you may be. Hopefully, you see both fingers in the fretboard, in the viewfinder. Bear with me again. Hope you enjoy 4 more times in general and 3 more times in specific. All right, enough talk. So we're in a drop D, and we're working on the D major scale, which, so, we're in a different pattern on that template, so, okay, so, these are exercises to, you work on those scales, you improve your dexterity and the finger strength, but also, a certain amount of scales and people around you that hear you all day and night, it's good to incorporate melody and songs and feeling and music and ideas and then move towards whatever it is you're really supposed to be doing. If it's music, great. If it's not, you need to figure out what that is. For me, it's visual art, but it kind of takes music sometimes for me to just get to my painting. The only time if I start selling paintings and I'm happy enough to be able to do that on a regular basis all the time, you won't even have to hear me do any music. So buy a painting. Okay. Bear with me again. Hope you enjoy even more. So we're working on the D major scale with a D drop. Right? So, right. You bloody well right. Okay, so. Sometimes the harmonics sound a little dead, but you get the point. That's a 7th fret harmonic. You're going to put your entire finger gently enough to allow a little bit of vibrated frequency to ring because it's directly over the metal, which reverberates as it touches your finger so that the string creates an octave higher frequency. And then we go back to the scale. We're going to drop D, so we're going to let that D ring on, barring the 5th fret, all strings except the low D. Then coming up and putting an A, open A position. So it's kind of, but without hitting the top string, which, unless you're able to get it, which causes, it's like really stressful to the hand. Really, for me, it always has been to try to bar an open A position on the 5th fret, because for me, I'm always like, I don't know if it's psychological, but I'm worried that, it feels funny on my finger that's barring the 3 strings and then having to lift up to let that one ring. And it feels like I always get like, what if I got arthritis, to the point where I couldn't play any chords, but that's probably psychological. So you want to try for that, but if you're really worried about that all the time, you can't just do perfect bars. Let's say you're doing this. So, I can't even, maybe it's early, but for me, the stiffness in my joint from doing that really concerns me. So anyway, but I digress. So we got the D, so let's just practice picking, which for me is a little bit easier on my fingers in both hands and has a good effect. And then we'll come to the bar chord and not try to do it all the time. So. Okay, so we had our little tutor for the day until some people wake up. It's already only 7:15 on a Sunday morning, March 30th, 2025, and I just feel a little self-conscious because in New York, you got a lot of people that hear you every time, all hours, day and night. and you don't. And if it's too early, they hear you, and if they have to work, then they ain't happy. And if people aren't happy, it makes me have to paint before I'm ready to paint because it's quieter, and that ain't gonna happen. Uh, I feel sorry for my lady friend sometimes because I get to the point where I have to paint. But for me, part of my impetus is doing these videos until start selling some paintings. So buy a painting. I said it again. If there are any collectors out there, I'm joking. But to every joke, there's a grain of truth. I can't stop talking. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend, March 30th, 25.